Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Alex Delgado. Today, we're going to bring you a special edition of KC24 News, a show all about some remarkable women in our valley, women that you have chosen. For several weeks, we asked our viewers to nominate a remarkable woman, someone who goes above and beyond. It's part of a nationwide Next Star Media initiative to honor the women who've made great contributions to their community. KC24 joined other stations throughout the country, and based on those nominations, 4 local women were selected as our remarkable women. These are our finalists: Jodi Hudson, Sally Kalia, Linnea Latanzio, and Kimberly Hoff. We will be announcing the Central Valley winner in the next 30 minutes, so stick around for that. She will be considered for the Next Star Woman of the Year and will travel to New York City to attend a special reception and appear on the Mel Robbins Show, and that's taping on March 18th. On March 23rd, the Woman of the Year will be revealed to the nation. So let's meet the finalists. Our first nominee knows all too well the pain of losing a child. Jodi lost her daughter to Lyme disease less than 2 years ago. Alex Hudson was bitten by a tick when she was 12. She went on to suffer for 10 years because doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. Well, now Jodi is making sure that doesn't happen to anyone else. She's making remarkable changes to the Lyme community.
They say time heals everything. But for Jodi Hudson, time created a purpose and helped her carry out the pact she made with her dying 22-year-old daughter.
Just the way that she, lifted her head up from the pillow and opened up her eyes and had this big smile on her face, and she looked up at the heavens, and then she passed away so quietly. I knew that was her parting gift to me. She was like, "Mom, it's going to be okay, because this is where you're going to go as well."
2 months later, Jodi became a vessel of change for the Lyme communities, carrying on Alex's fight through the foundation that bears her name. The Alex Hudson Lyme Foundation has now garnered national attention, collaborating with several prestigious organizations to support future research.
The main thing that I did was the research grant. So we were able to co-sponsor a $50,000 research grant with Global Lyme Alliance out of New York that carries Alex's name, so her name will forever be etched in research, which was very, very important to me.
Next up, purchasing Lyme books for schools in Fresno and Clovis to educate kids and parents so no one is labeled a medical mystery again.
And that everyone really is their best advocate when they're going to the doctors and when they can't figure out what's wrong with them. Continue to be that advocate, continue to push for answers. So if I can continue to create that message and just continue to create this platform that I've started here in the Central Valley to have it go national, then that really would be awesome.
But the thing she is most proud of? Getting out of bed every day after her daughter's death.
Then I thought, everything that Alex went through, all the pain, all the suffering, all of the non-believers in the medical community that didn't think she had a disease, every horrific thing that she went through that I've put a pen to and I'm going to tell her story, I thought, Jodi, your pain pales in comparison to that.
And while the pain is still there, she carries on. After all, she has goals and a new guardian angel that helps this remarkable woman pass the time.
Well, help me welcome Jodi Hudson. Thank you, Jodi, so much for being here. What a joy talking to you.
Oh my gosh, what an honor just to be here. And there's so many wonderful women in our community, so I just really feel blessed that I was chosen for this.
Aw, you are too humble, but yes, you have done so much in your life. And you know what, I was reading a little bit about you, Jodi, and I didn't know. I did my research. I didn't know that you came from foster care.
Yes.
You were a foster child.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was born to a 16-year-old single mother who was ill-prepared to care for me. So immediately I was placed with Catholic Social Services, and I was there for about maybe 4 or 5 months until I was adopted. And how funny, 360, how many years later, that I was working for Catholic Charities.
Yes, you were the operations director for many, many years there at Catholic Charities, the Diocese of Fresno, giving back to the community. So it's kind of in your blood, I feel.
It is. It is. And I think it's in all of our bloods, but I think some people just choose to act on it more than others, and Yeah.
You are now the Director of Development for Girl Scouts of Central California South. Is there a personal tie to that organization?
So that was born out of my Lyme advocacy with Alex's foundation, and I reached out to Girl Scouts because I really wanted to you know, start implementing some local Lyme curriculum. And so Girl Scouts embraced it, and right now we are going to be working on a national campaign with Lyme curriculum that's going to be rolled out here in the Central Valley. And the patch will be the Alex Hudson Lyme Foundation logo along with the Girl Scouts of Central California South. And it's going to be implemented nationwide. So how exciting that something here in the Central Valley is going to go national.
Wow. Did you have any idea back 2 years ago that you would accomplish so much when it came to Lyme disease?
No, not at all. I mean, I wish I could be sitting here talking about something other, right? But I think, you know, you just, whatever the cards are dealt, you have to just move forward. And when Alex passed, I knew that this was going to be my life mission, to carry on her legacy and to really make an impact.
We were talking about it during the interview about what we thought Alex would be thinking about all of this and what she would tell you. And I wasn't able to put it in the story because, you know, the stories have to be so short. But it was so cute for you to say that she'd be looking up from the heavens saying, "Aw, Mom."
Yeah, totally. She was, I mean, you know, I mean, just when she was out here before, like with KC24 Turkey Drive and everything, anything with the media, anything bringing attention to herself.
She didn't like it.
No, she did not like it at all. So I'm like complete opposite of her, right? I mean, I'm out here doing all this stuff. So right now she's just probably saying, okay, can we just wind this up and get to the other ladies, really? Enough about you.
But did you have to learn to be different like that, or were you outgoing to begin with?
No. You know, I think that really came when I started working at Catholic Charities, is just learning to have a voice when you are really advocating for something that you believe in. So when I was working there at Catholic Charities, I mean, with the, you know, homeless people, obviously, you know, that was easy to advocate for them. And then when Alex passed, I mean, that's just what I have to do. So when you take it outside of yourself and it's centered on something else, it's so much easier.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you certainly are remarkable, doing remarkable things here in our community. We appreciate you being here so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
Thank
Jodi.
you.
All right, stick around, everybody. We will be revealing our winner at the end of the show. But up next, they're both heavy into volunteering. One wants to make a difference among our youth. The other is inspired by our elderly veterans. Welcome back. She's dedicated her life to her children and community. Meet our second remarkable woman finalist, Sally Kalia. While her own kids are now grown, Sally continues to care for children by making sure that they have the tools for success.
What's next?
What's next is a question Sally Kalia often asks herself, moving from one project to the other. Today, she and her fellow members of the board of the Fresno Cultural Arts Rotary Club organized a career day at Soul High School, a school in downtown Fresno that caters to kids with troubled lives.
And it just encourages an outlet for the students to be able to hear what their options are out there and talk to the professionals that are in that particular field. I mean, we have everything from the Marines to the Highway Patrol.
Her reasoning is simple. If not us, then who? A philosophy she has lived by, serving on several boards in the Valley, including the Fresno Chamber of Commerce, the Fresno Historical Preservation District, and the Warner Center for Performing Arts, to name a few.
I've been involved for the last, I would say 5 years in our major fundraising project, which was Storyland and Jazz at Broding Park, then Shinzen Stroll at Shinzen Friendship Garden, where I've either chaired or co-chaired, and looks like I might be taking on the role again this year of helping organize our major fundraiser, which raises funds for scholarships.
Money used to bring the arts to young students.
I believe that the arts are very important, either music or painting or sculpture or dance. It allows the expression of humanity in some way.
A single mom who raised 4 children and credits her large family for helping her. And while her kids are grown now and live in different parts of the country and world, she's here to stay.
I think they'd be very proud and they'd say, finally, Mom, you deserve it. That's what they'd say. Because they're always saying, slow down, you're doing too much. But I enjoy it.
Proving that giving back is just part of what makes someone remarkable.
Someone with integrity, dignity, a caring heart, community-minded, and just loves her neighbor, that's all.
A simple motto coming from a remarkable woman.
Love Sally. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today, so we're going to go ahead and introduce you to our next remarkable woman who spent years in the corporate world, including 25 years in business consulting. She also worked as CEO for the Reedley Chamber of Commerce and served as the Director of Development for the Girl Scouts. But it wasn't until recently that Kimberly Hoff found her life's mission. Meet the remarkable woman who is helping people find their strength with her words.
A snapshot into the life of Kimberly Hoff. You'd never guess she was once an insecure little girl who suffered from debilitating panic attacks.
I had to start really looking into myself and saying, okay, hang on. I need to make friends with this girl in the mirror because everywhere I go, there she is.
When she started talking about her panic attacks, she discovered the power of positivity and the wonder of words.
We need to talk one-on-one and be real. We need to be transparent and say, you've got this. You can do this. And it might be just a smile with someone we pass on the street, and it changes everything.
So with a smile and her voice, she created Boot Camp to Beautiful as a hope coach and motivational speaker. Mental strength training is what she calls it.
We hide behind how we look. We hide behind what we drive, what we wear, where we work, who we're married to. We hide behind all of these things. And if you strip those away and you kick the crutches out, we begin to understand how we are powerful all by ourselves.
That powerful way of thinking has helped this mother of three also become a drummer, runner, professional photographer, and passionate volunteer, holding veterans close to her heart. She's taken 15 trips with the Central Valley Honor Flight, helps direct the Fresno Veterans Day Parade, produces videos for the Clovis Veterans Memorial District, and assists in organizing the Storyland and Fresno Veterans Gala.
We need to understand respect and hope. And so being able to give back to them is just the greatest joy. And I love every single minute with them.
So whether it's a plane full of veterans or simply a group of 6, she considers engaging with people a gift.
Every person I look at them and I think, okay, what is it about you that I need to know? Because I see their eyes light up when they realize who they are and what they bring to life. That's everything for me.
Words only a remarkable woman would find joy in saying.
All right. Well, as I mentioned earlier, Sally Kalia couldn't be here, but Kimberly Hoff is here with us, everybody. So thank you so much, Kimberly, for being here. It was really nice meeting you.
Oh, I had a blast.
We had a good time talking.
We did.
And I want to know, though, how, because I think a lot of us feel that we need to be powerful and we need to be positive in the way we think. But taking it to the next level where we make it our career, how difficult was that for you? How did you take that step and make the leap?
You know, for me, I felt in my own life that there was more I could do. There was more of me to offer. And so I look at women, I look at teen girls, I look at all the people in our community, and I see that there is something happening. There's an epidemic of a loss of self-confidence. And so we have to realize that there's something special inside of us that nobody around us has. And when we realize what that gift is and we bring that out, we bring that to our community, we have so much more to offer energy-wise and the experience and the offering that we bring to our community, to our families, is so much better when we realize who we are.
How did you finally realize who you were? How did a light go off inside of you? How did that, like a light switch, how did that happen?
Yeah, you know, I went through panic attacks for a little while, and when that's happening to you, you feel like no one understands. You feel so isolated. But when we begin talking, I realized that we are so much more alike then we are different. And so beginning to communicate and to share with one another what's happening in our lives and what's happening inside of ourselves, we realize that we have so much more power to heal ourselves, to bring energy to our communities, and just to be a support to one another.
When I first heard Boot Camp to Beautiful, I have to admit, I thought it was like a workout class.
I know, right?
But it's not, and it's so much better than that.
It is.
How's it going, and how many lives have you touched with your Boot Camp to Beautiful camp?
Well, Boot Camp to Beautiful is a mental, emotional, spiritual strength training. And so I take women through the process of understanding what their personal gifts are. And we understand then what we have to give to others. And it begins to change not only how we see ourselves, but the opportunities that we have around us. And so Boot Camp to Beautiful has been going on for quite a while. I don't know how many lives we've touched because it's always about planting seeds.
That's true.
And it's about empowering all the women's lives that I touch. They then go out into their own communities and are able to touch other lives. So it's just an ongoing process that hopefully is encouraging people to have that self-confidence, to walk into a room with their eyes bright and their chin up high.
I love it. I love it. And I know that, did you bring your friend who nominated you?
I did.
What would she say about you right now? What would she say?
Oh my gosh, Cindy and I have so much fun together. We've done photo shoots together. She's really been a great support with my work with Central Valley Honor Flight.
Wow.
And
what a good friend.
I know.
That's awesome. We all need good friends. Thank you, Kimberly, so much for being here. Can I call you Kim?
Oh, of course.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, thanks, Kim. There's still one woman to meet. Don't call her a crazy cat lady. Her love of felines is more than just a fetish. We're going to meet the founder of Cat House on the Kings coming up next. Whether you love them or not, thousands of cats roam the streets every day. But one woman decided to make a difference by finding orphan felines a place to live. That place ended up being her home. Well, today it's called the Cat House on the Kings, and it's a haven that hundreds of kitties consider heaven. Meet Linnea Latanzio.
From top to bottom, everywhere you look, it's a fury of furry felines.
I think these guys, especially these right here, would say, we've got it made.
More than 800 of them call the Cat House on the Kings in Parlier their home. A 4,200 square foot home that was supposed to be Linnea Latanzio's retirement recluse back in 1992.
Now, I never set out to do that. I didn't say, hey, I think I'll have 700 cats. What a novel idea. Never did that. It was just, there was always room for more. If I had the money, I would take in more.
She not only took them in, but let them take over.
Toad, you coming?
Close to 30 years ago, she discovered this to be her calling when she got 15 kittens for her dad. She spent all her retirement and sold everything she could, eventually becoming a nonprofit and gaining notoriety from all over the world.
We've been on Animal Planet twice, Nat Geo Wild, Australian TV. We've been on Korean TV twice, Japanese TV 3 times, French TV, British TV, Canadian TV.
Since then, she's fed, housed, adopted out, and taken care of more than 38,000 cats, sometimes even bringing them back to life.
The kitten room will bring me a kitten that's dying, and I will put all my effort into that. And I've saved so many of them that were dead. They came to me just lifeless, and I brought them back, and they ended up getting homes. So that always makes me feel like, you know, I've done something special.
Today, 45 employees, 7 vet techs, and dozens of volunteers run the $1.6 million a year, 12-acre facility. Complete with 2 ICUs, a senior home, and a kitten pen, it is considered the largest no-kill sanctuary in California. Now, hundreds of them freely roam this cush cat house where food is abound. Toys are everywhere, warm beds are a must, and laziness encouraged.
What I should have done was remain the eccentric / masochistic crazy cat lady. Maybe 100 cats, you know, with my hair in rollers and a chenille robe and a shotgun, you know. Why didn't I just stop there and say, get off my property? I would have been better off.
Better off? Maybe for her, but not for the thousands of felines that this remarkable woman has saved.
You are too funny, Linnea. You are really, really funny. Please help me welcome Linnea Latanzo, our remarkable woman. How are you?
I'm doing well.
You said you have to be funny in this business. Why?
When you do what I do, you need a sense of humor because it's a very difficult job, and you're always dealing with negativity.
What do you mean? How?
Well, the people that mistreat their animals and they don't spay and neuter, and then they're always looking for somebody to take care of it, and if you don't do it, then they get mad at you, but you know, you can only do so much.
Oh, and I've seen you get mad at people that don't spay and neuter.
It's very sad this day and age that they don't realize that we can no longer breed and kill domestic pets, and that's how they feel about it. They're disposable.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what angers you, I'm sure, because it does anger a lot of people. You've gotten a lot of attention. Is this nothing new to you?
No, I've done a lot of these interviews. We've got probably, I don't know, 20 on YouTube, all done by different organizations, different groups, different places, and then I've been on TV in a lot of places.
Is that when it hits you, oh boy, I've really done great things for our animals here in the Valley?
No, it never really hits me.
What do you mean?
I just feel that it's something that I was destined to do, I meant to do, and I did it, and then all of a sudden people say, wow, what a great thing. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't like, I want to do this because I want to be the biggest or the best, but it just ended up that way.
The Cat House on the King certainly is the biggest and the only no-kill shelter as it is right now in the entire state of California, though.
Probably the only one like it in the United States and maybe the world.
Wow.
That's what they tell me.
It's true, Linnea. Just believe it. Believe it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And now I want to take a moment to invite all of our remarkable women to the set because it is the moment that we've all been waiting for. And unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, Sally couldn't be here with us, but we are wishing her the best wherever she's at. And we want to remind you ladies that one of you will be traveling to New York to represent the Central Valley. So I was really nervous when they told me that I was the one that had to announce the winner. But here goes, everybody. Our remarkable woman winner is Linnea Latanzo. Oh, congratulations. All of you are so wonderful, and it was a joy interviewing you and talking to you. And there's so many remarkable women here in the Valley. You're right, Jodi, but you three are exceptional, and we appreciate your time. We appreciate all your efforts, and we appreciate you guys being with us today and taking the time. Thank you so very much. Thank you so, and have fun in New York, Linnea. Wow. That'll do it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to watch the Mel Robbins Show. Bye. Yay!